It feels good to be back on your screens once again with another insightful episode. Our background has changed, right? You can see some soaps and baby products. We are at Obrim's Enterprise, which is a mother care. In this episode, we'll be talking to a beautiful young lady, a midwife at the Mamobi General Hospital. Interestingly, the husband is also a surgeon at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Mrs. Rebecca Echa Amwa is our resource person for today, and we'll be talking about what new and expectant mothers should know when preparing for childbirth. Mrs., you're welcome.
Thank you.
And I must say you look very ravishing.
Same to you.
Okay. It's crunch time. We are expecting as new mothers. What are some of the things that we need to know?
Okay, so when it's been confirmed?
When it's been confirmed
that you are pregnant?
You are pregnant,
oh.
yeah.
Okay, so you first of all has to know the facility or the hospital that you want to start your antenatal.
Okay.
Okay, and some people to get into towards the third trimester, they decide to travel outside or they relocate to where their support person could be their mother-in-law or their mother to help them. Okay, and secondly, you also have to know the mode of delivery, whether you are going to deliver vaginally or through cesarean section is an option. You also have to know the sign, and you also have to have a knowledge about danger signs in pregnancy, and some of the danger signs are severe headache, bleeding, vaginal bleeding, having blurred vision, generalized edema, excessive vomiting, convulsion. I mean, there's a lot, just to mention it, a few. And also we have the items that you, the mother, you have to buy and bring to the hospital for the baby and yourself. You also have to organize donors, compatible donors that matches with your blood.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's most hospital is a policy.
Okay.
That you have to organize blood in case of
emergency.
Yeah, and also you also have to you have to save down. You have to have money down. It's not everybody that, and you also have to organize means of transportation, because it's not everybody that has vehicle in their house. So if you know you don't have vehicle in your house, you can also get a taxi driver's number, or you can also arrange with a relative or anyone that you can always call upon. You can also we have other relatives who are financially sound who can also help you. I mean, you have to prepare all these things down, okay? And you as a mother too, you also have to have a knowledge about your expected date of delivery. Okay, when you do the first scan, they are going to give you the expected date of delivery. That is approximately when you deliver. So you can either deliver 2 weeks before the expected date or after. So you should have a knowledge about it. Do you get it?
So I'm a new and expectant mother. How do I know contractions have even started?
Okay, so as you be coming to your antenatal, we have pregnancy school that we normally, yes, in my hospital every Thursday is a pregnancy school that we organize, and they come a lot, and every day in the mornings too we have a short talk. We every day, and the topics that we talk about. So as you keep on coming, you would get to know, and as you meet your midwife in her consulting room, this topics comes up and you'll be taught.
So for a new and expectant mother, how will the individual determine the signs of labor?
Okay, so I'm going to talk about the signs of labor. Okay, so some of the signs of labor is, one, you'll be having contractions. Okay, that is where your abdomen it will be contracting. You'll be having pain on and off.
Is this similar to the menstrual pains we have?
No, that one is different. Okay. And secondly, you can also have the water in which your baby is lying. It can break. It's also a sign. And you can also have a brownish slimy color. It's called the show.
Sure.
Yeah, and you'll be having so just to
That's
mention
right.
a few.
Now with cesarean section and then the normal vaginal delivery, which one do you often recommend?
Okay, so with the with the cesarean section, um, when there are complications, okay, the complications would lead to the cesarean section, but just that some people opt
Okay.
to do the cesarean
Cesarean
section. So
section.
the complications that will lead the doctor to do the cesarean section.
Yeah, and it has to be agreed by both
Yes,
parties.
exactly. You would sign.
Oh, there's a consent form for
Yes,
that.
you would sign.
Any
You and the
special reason?
relative.
Any special reason?
For medical security reasons.
Okay. And so, Mrs., what again do we need to know about the preparation?
Okay, so you also have to get a bed attendant and also a companion. In your preparation, you have to know who is going to help you throughout the pregnancy and after. Is it your mother or your sister or your mother-in-law? You need to prepare all this. And during labor, you need somebody who would be by you in the hospital. Do you get it? At times during labor, we allow you, the mother, will make a choice. Is it whether your husband or your mother, whoever you want to be with you during labor? So the person will be encouraging you. And normally,
but it can't be both.
No, it should be one person at least, just one. Okay, so that normally when you are having contractions, we encourage the husbands to be given their wives sacral massage. It helps to relieve pain.
Okay,
yeah,
that's nice. Okay, and what about why is there any special reason why we need to do exclusive breastfeeding?
Okay, so with the exclusive breastfeeding, that's for the first 6 months. Okay, so we encourage all the mothers to do exclusive breastfeeding because one, with the breast milk, it immunes the baby. Okay, it immunes the baby, will not fall sick early. Okay, and also helps the baby to be very healthy. It prevents the baby from getting sick. So within the first 6 months, we normally introduce the supplements and the complementary food after 6 months. After the 6 months, then we tell you to start with the artificial milks, either the one that you can afford. We have a lot in town, so the one that you can afford, either NAN or SMA or all those things. Then you start. Then gradually we as you go to your the community health nurses, as you be taking the child to the wing, they will be also be educating you on the foods that you would help your baby to, the foods that you combine to help your baby to grow well.
Is there any special reason why we even need to prepare at all?
Okay, so here this one brings us to the birth preparedness and complications readiness. So as a mother, as you prepare towards pregnancy, it's not written on anyone's forehead that this will happen to you. Do you get it? Or you are going to bleed. No, it's not written on anybody's face. So you, the expectant mother, as we have given you all these things, you make sure you provide them. Because, for example, if you, the mother, you haven't donated any blood there, and any blood you haven't donated, and if there's a need for us to transfuse blood on you, okay, so where are we going to get the blood? You get it? And we also prepare you, the mother, psychologically on the danger signs, so that when you see these danger signs, it will prompt you and you come to the hospital. Do you get it? Yes. So all these things that I mentioned, it's all part of the you getting ready for any complications that might come.
We also like to find out, as new mothers, are there any recommended healthy lifestyles that we should adopt so that we can eventually give birth to safe and sound babies?
Okay, so one, you have to make sure that the scheduled dates that your doctor or your midwife has booked you towards your antenatal visits, you make sure you go according to the scheduled dates. You also have to make sure you take all your hematemics and any other prescribed medications that you've been given. Okay. And also at times we educate the mother on this exercise. Some of the example of an exercise is the Kegel exercise. So that one, as you are seated, you tight your perineal muscles. You tight and you release, you tight and you release. It helps the muscles around your perineum to be tight, so that immediately you finish after delivery, you have to be doing the Kegel exercise. It helps the vaginal and it helps it to go back to its normal states early. You get it. And also some of the habits we don't, as a pregnant mother, you're not supposed to take in alcohol. You get it. And you have to also take in balanced diets. Okay.
Would you recommend traditional medication?
Okay. No, because you can't combine. No, because with the traditional medication, it has no dosage. Okay, and the effect that it has on the mother and the baby, it really causes more mortality and perinatal death. So we don't encourage that. We really discourage them. We talk about that every day. We actually have people who come to the hospitals, and they will tell you that they've been taking the traditional medicines, and we tell them to stop. We advise them, and we follow up on them to make sure, because during our research we have noticed that most of the people that take in the traditional medicine, it has an effect on their mothers. So we encourage them to only take the prescribed medications that has been written to them by their midwife or the doctors.
Okay. So as a woman who hasn't been in the labor room before, I have done some readings, and I've also listened to talk shows where they've talked about certain things, some of the things that we need to know. But you being an expert here today, I'd like to find out from you. First of all, I heard that you need to get busy in the bedroom with your husband when you are expecting. Please, how true is that, and what is the implication?
Okay. You're talking about sex, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. Pregnancy is not a sickness. Okay. So when you are pregnant, you can continue to be having sex with your partner, unless your doctor has told you not to have sex. Okay. Then maybe that one, maybe your sex might affect the baby or something. Okay. And see, normally when you realize that most pregnant women, when they are pregnant, when you take like 10 people, only 2 will tell that they've been having sex. They don't, because of they've been complaining about pain, tiredness, and all that. But we encourage them a lot. And getting to your last trimester, when you are like 36, 37 weeks, we encourage you to have sex, because the sperms softens the cervix. The cervix is the mouth of the uterus. Okay. So when it softens it helps and the cervix to dilate. So it quickens the labor. So we encourage you. So normally when actually like your expected date of delivery, when it has passed, or when it's getting closer, when you come, we tell you, madam, go and have sex with your husband. Partner. It will help you, right? We do that a lot.
So what if your partner is not around?
Then that one you would have to keep yourself.
So mommy, what are some of the myths in pregnancy you probably want to touch on, and also give your expert advice?
Okay, so some of the myth is, okay, so some others say when you are pregnant and when you are going to fetch water in a bucket, you have to make sure the water is full in the bucket. Yeah. Else when you deliver, the baby's eyes will be sunken. That is, it will go inside. Some also say that when you are a pregnant woman and when you have a cut on your body, when you deliver, the baby is going to have the same cut at the particular side. These things are all not true. Some also say that when you are pregnant and when you take in snails or anything slimy or okra, when you deliver, the baby will be drooling. It is not true. Okay, okra and snails, they all have their nutritious side that helps in building up your body. All these myths are they are false. So when you any pregnant woman, when you're having any misconception about pregnancy, when you go to the hospital, I mean, you should be able to tell your midwife or your doctor who is taking care of, so that they will clear it. Do you get it?
Okay. So do you have any advice for expectant and new mothers out there?
Okay. So I would like to advise all expectant mothers to go to antenatal on their scheduled dates, and they anytime they are not feeling well, please don't wait. You have to go to the hospital. Okay, it's better to go and the problem will be identified than you staying home and the problem getting worse. Okay, so and we keep on touching on the danger signs of pregnancy, the danger signs. Every expectant mother should have a knowledge about the danger signs of pregnancy, so that as soon as you experience any of it, even one, please quickly rush to your hospital and report.
And I'm sure we have learned a lot from this particular episode. I mean, there were a lot of things I was just assuming, but talking to you today, at least I can say I have expert knowledge on what pregnancy and preparing for childbirth is all about. We'd like to take a short break, and when we come back, our midwife here will take us to some of the things that we need to take to the hospital when we are going to deliver. So see you soon. Welcome back. The table is set. All our items are ready. Mrs. Samoa, our midwife, will be taking us through all the things that expectant mothers need when going to the hospital to deliver. To help her with this session is Mrs. Ejekum, my beautiful Mercy, from the Giz Dodo episode. Remember her? I'm sure you do. She is the CEO of Obrim's Enterprise. She'll be assisting Mrs. Amwa to take us through the items as discussed.
So we are going to talk about the items for the mother and baby. So with the brand, you please use any brand that you are comfortable with, unless it was specified by your facility. Okay. So I'll first of all talk about the baby list, the baby items. Sorry. So the welcoming dress. Okay. So this is how it is. The baby welcome dress, the socks, both for the hands and leg, the baby cap to provide warmth, the cord sheets. Okay. The body cream and oil. Okay. We have the bath soaps and the bath towel. And the bath towel and face towel. Okay. We have the sponge too. The baby comb, diaper and wipes. Okay. So I also like to talk about we use other facilities use spirit and cotton to clean the baby's cord. Okay, and also we are also using the chlorhexidine gel, which is used to apply the cord of the baby. It helps the baby from getting infection and also helps the cord to go off. Okay, that one you can get it at the facilities or the pharmacy shop. Okay, then I'll talk about the list of the mother. Okay, so we have the nightgown, slip. Okay. Okay. So any nightgown you can afford, you buy. We have the bed sheets, the bed mat. Sorry, the bed mats. Okay. Okay. We have the pad. Okay. We have the Macintosh. Okay. So we normally, when your bed is already laid, we place the Macintosh on your bed. Then we use the bed mat. When we place the Macintosh on your bed, we'll cover it with your cloth before we place the Macintosh on it to take any soiled, either the blood or the liquor of the baby. Okay. And this is the receiving towel. You can show that one too. To receive the baby when being born. Disposable. Okay. We have the hair net. Okay, we have. Okay, so I also talk about please, as a mother, your first list, you should never forget about your antenatal card. That is your passport. Anywhere you are going, your antenatal card should always be with you. And your health insurance card too. You should always be in your bag so that you take it anywhere you go. Okay. So we have the antiseptics. So, okay. The Parazone, any of these ones. And please, you also need your flask with hot water to prepare your beverage, Milo and milk. Okay, so any of the milk you have, you use it. Some also bring mashed kinky to also take because you need energy to push. Okay, so these are the items in the list. Thank you.
Well, well, well. We have come to the end of another insightful episode. And I'm actually feeling very privileged to be flanked by these two beautiful and industrious women. Thank you so much, our resource person, Mrs. Samoa. Yes. And also to the CEO of Obrims Enterprise, which is located off the Malam Kaswa Highway, Block Factory to be precise. And to my wonderful media crew, Anchor Media, I love you so much. And for my motivation for the week, I'll take it from Archbishop Desmond Tutu, who says, do a bit of good wherever you find yourself. It's those bits of good put together that overwhelm the world. My name is Victoria Dede Mensah, and as usual, I have been your host. See you again another time. Bye.